Happy EOS Independence Day, everybody. It went smoothly. We met 1200 UTC to start the go, no go call with the planned activation at 1300 UTC. We were joined by close to 50 people on the call, maybe even more. Representation from pretty much all of the top block producers, members of the community. The support was on the line there. We had the regular attendees of the LEAP upgrade launch group. So this was culmination of 32 weeks now straight. We've been meeting every week. So we started planning for this big upgrade in February, and it represents a huge milestone for the EOS community. It's like we're calling it EOS Independence Day. This is the first time we're upgrading to software that's fully owned and controlled by the community. We're forked off from Block 1's repository, which had gone stale, was no longer being supported, was no longer representing the needs of the community. There were lots of issues going unsolved, node operators struggling with the tools that were available. And now we have actually a community spearheaded by the EOS Network Foundation, but really driven by the community. All of the features being added are issues being submitted by the people using the software for the first time in a long time. So it's really excited that now we've got software that actually represents the needs of the community. And it's a huge signal to the rest of the whole ecosystem, not just within EOS, but all of Web3 serves as an example of what's possible in Web3. The community taking control of the software, taking control of our own destiny, kicking out the bad actors and moving forward on a new path. So big shout out again to the community, to everybody involved. Thank you to EOS support for all the support through all this, giving support to dApp developers and exchanges. Thank you to all the top 21 and standby DPs who have been joining. To the regular attendees, I'll give a special shout out to EOS USA, EOS Sphere, and EOS Soul. They're three of the BPs that I saw joining pretty much every single of these updates of the upgrade calls over the last 32 weeks. So special mention to them, and shout out to the EOS Nation team. I was coordinating, leading these calls, but a lot of support in the background from folks on our team like Matthew Darwin, who was our tech guru, doing all the tech support on the back end. Denny Carriere, he's our master of the MSIGs, doing a lot of testing on the smart contract side. Hal was in the background knocking on doors, making sure all the BPs are aware and upgraded. And shout out to you, Steph, and the .gems team for all the awareness you've been helping to spread. So yeah, with that, unless there's any questions from anybody, maybe I can turn it over to Matthew to talk more kind of from the node operator perspective, what this means and how it went.
Yeah, thanks, Daniel. Happy Independence Day. It's been a long journey, that's for sure. I think the community would probably be surprised, or maybe not, about how much work goes on behind the scenes to make something happen today where really nothing happened. Daniel asked me after somebody pushed the button to make it go live, hey, what's happening? Nothing. Perfect. This is what we want from an operator perspective. The network is operating smoothly. Things are still working. There's no big crisis. It represents a huge amount of planning in order to do all that. And we couldn't do that without the great development team we have with the ENF and OCI as partners. It's been fantastic to work hand in hand with the technical team, who many of them have been around since the beginning, but now they're fully dedicated to working on the public blockchain infrastructure. Kudos to them as well.